And we're live. Hello, hello. It's been a while. So hello and welcome to the Abusecartoons Livestream. I forgot how to do this. So this is January's stream. Sorry it's taken a while to get this to happen. It's, busy month and all kinds of stuff happening. Hope everyone is doing well. Great to see people in the chat. Hey, dude. Hello, True Help. How's it going? Nice. Yeah, I had there's a bunch of, I guess, anime anniversaries in Japan. So Macross and, I guess last year was, because it was 79, it was the Gundam anniversary, but they're doing a new Gundam series, supposedly supervised by the Evangelion writer that's had all the success with the Shin Godzilla, Shin Kamen Rider, Shin Ultraman movies. So super popular. So yeah, there's I guess the first 4 episodes they made into a movie. Oh, got to turn off the touch. There we go. The first 4 episodes they kind of made into a movie. Like back in the good old days, Gundam didn't do very well in like 79 when it was first premiered on TV. But they did a movie. They did the same kind of treatment, took 4 episodes, put it together and made a movie. And that worked well to get people's attention. So I think they're trying it again. The goods and things are really selling out. So I think this is going to do well for them. And it's like they're pandering a little bit to the old fans and then, updating the story with younger characters, because they have like I don't know if the idea is it's supposed to be like a alternate timeline or history revision, but the kid Amuro that gets the Gundam in the original anime doesn't. his rival, his enemy, ends up doing it, so it kind of skews the whole timeline into, and so the 2 sides kind of switch places a little bit. So it creates a different dynamic. The world isn't in the same sort of state. But yeah, the only thing that was a little frustrating is they're using a lot of CG for the mechs. So the animation is pretty good. Like they move interestingly. But there's some times when they do simple things that you see it's just the computer doing the in-betweening on the animation. So it looks very dead and very sterile. But yeah, that was fun. I was surprised to see so much support for it. The theater was packed. So it kind of transitions from a retelling in a with an alternate story of the original first episode of Gundam, and then the kind of setup for the new characters and new show. So we'll see how it does. Already the scalpers and resellers and all those guys are out grabbing up everything. So they did, even the program, in the Japanese movie theaters, they do like a booklet, like similar to more like a theater program. So they do a booklet that has a lot of full color. It's glossy and has full color stills from the movie, and then maybe interviews, a little bit of a summary and interviews and stuff. So with more complicated storylines, or maybe if it's something that's a foreign film, and if you're not up on the who these characters are or whatever, there's a bit of an explanation. And then if it's animation, a discussion with the producers, but also like the voice talent and stuff. So yeah, they ran out of that, I think, is what seems to have happened. So they were handing out a Design Works booklet, which is kind of just like the production art, the pre-production art, character designs and things. The basically the model sheets, for an anime. So that was nice, but I don't know what's going on. And all the model kits and stuff are already sold out everywhere and being resold on auction sites. Yeah, so we'll see. Nice, but yeah, there'll be some. There's some in the robot designs. There was a little bit of There's some odd choices. A lot of weird bulbous tanks and stuff hanging off of the backs of some of these mechs. So it was kind of odd. But yeah, we'll see how that goes, and let's see how it does internationally, because some things, take off internationally and some things don't. But that was fun. That was, I'm trying to take advantage of stuff that's only happening here, and a lot of the time I'm just ignoring it. But it's more fun to participate in all the stupid pop culture stuff here. And no tourists. That's the nice thing too. It wasn't packed with. That's the one nice thing about the movie theater is it's too expensive and maybe too small compared to movie theaters in the U.S. and other places. So people don't want to waste their time. They're too busy visiting temples and ramen shops when they come here. So the movie theater can be a little bit of a refuge. All right. Yep, so I hope everyone is doing well. See if I probably should bring up another chat. The combined chat seems to be wrong all the time. Hey dude, yeah, box. I gotta not just warm up with a billion boxes again. That was my my old mistake. But let's see here. Yeah, not much else. Yeah, that was just a nice little, and it was so cool. The movie itself was only because it's 4 television episodes. It was like 80 some minutes. So nice and manageable. I'm getting really tired of figuring out how I can see, because you can't see a lot of the trains stop running by midnight, and so you can't see a 8 or 9 o'clock movie that's going to be 3 hours or plus, and then easily make it to the train station. So a lot of matinee movies. So very strange. Yeah, it's not. It's like a sad plastic bag. Yeah, so the longer movies are not very practical here, so it's nice when stuff is short. Yeah, so the other kind of event that was going on that I think just started was the re-release of the Macross Do You Remember Love feature, which I think was, I can't remember the history of it, but made for the theater. It's not like it's not like TV episodes or anything combined. But in America, Macross is very confusing because it was, maybe like a firewood or something. It was done as Robotech. There was all kinds of licensing craziness, kind of the era of Transformers and everything. So people were going crazy licensing robots for the American market. So Harmony Gold legendarily licensed Macross, but the number of episodes they make for Japanese TV and the number of episodes they make for American TV is completely not compatible. When you sell a show, you need to produce like 60 some episodes, and in Japan it's like 20 some. And so they bought the rights to this thing, and then they realized they didn't have the toy rights to some of the best looking robots and ships in the story, because they were already in the IP, because they were already licensed to Revell. Revell was already doing model kits of Japanese robots, so they were already over there early licensing things just to produce as toys. So Revell had already named these robots Robotech. And of course the production, the animation, localizing the animation, geez, oh man, would help promote the model kits, but they had already chosen the name, so the animation changed its name to Robotech. And then when they realized they didn't, have enough episodes, they basically bought 2 other anime series to give them a total of like 60 episodes, and they just tried to make it a different era of the story. When it was just actually a completely different story. I think though the robot, like the mech and ship designer, did carry over. Like there's not that many guys that did that, so it was the same designer of robots and stuff on those other 2 anime. So very funny, very messed up, and confusing storyline. And I think it all fell apart when they wanted to do a film, or they wanted to localize what a movie anime, like a theatrical anime for that story, and it just didn't make any sense because the story was already confused. So anyhow, long story short, that's Do You Remember Love is re-released. I don't know if it's like a digital cleanup, but it's an anniversary, I think, for Macross as well. So that's when, in the 80s, when Japan was doing all the transforming robots. That's where Transformers came from, and GoBots and all that stuff is just people licensing random designs and then making a story around them. Because I think that original, it's like an F-15 that transforms from Macross. I think that became a Transformer. I think that design was actually later used for one of the whoever the fighter plane, the fighter jet Transformers. Oof, my drawing is a little off today. Let's just stay simple. But yeah, what a mess. But a lot of the shows were like that too, because in America, the restrictions on kids content or advertising or whatever had a lot of an effect. Because in Japanese anime, it was okay to have like a topless bathing scene, like a female topless bathing scene, or show alcohol use, or even like an old man like stealing underwear or whatever. That was all acceptable on Japanese television, and that wasn't going to fly in the US. So a lot of those episodes lose a little bit of their runtime when they cut out all of the sillier Japanese content. But yeah, a lot of that is very confusing. So it's weird to watch the Japanese original shows because the characterization is a lot different compared to what the voice actors did with the characters, and then what the editing of the episodes did. Like there are characters that are much less violent than you realized, or much more violent than you realized in the original. That kind of stuff is funny. All right. Hey, Matt, how's it going? Good to see you. So what the heck are we doing this week, Matt? Are we going to do quiz show? Because we might have a sick Will, and we have Terry for only one more week. We're going to lose him for most of February. All right, what else are we drawing here? I got to get some ideas. Nice. All right, what else are we doing here? All right. So, yeah. Lots of... Yeah, so we'll go through and I'll show you what else I've already done for January, because I wasn't able to do much on stream. Oh, wait, let me redraw this line. But yeah, good enough. So slightly ajar, a slightly open pizza box. The box is ajar. Oops, where's my... There we go. All right. Wow. Yeah, I haven't done this. It feels like forever since I've been drawing and streaming. I'm forgetting how to do it. All right. Oh, it was weird. It wasn't specifically my daughter's school, but a lot of the schools in the city that we're in, including her cousin, had bomb threats. Like somebody was calling in a bunch of bomb threats. And I guess it's not completely uncommon here. There's a little bit of, sociopath kind of stuff that goes on, people doing that kind of thing. But I just hope that the inflation in Japan is not going to make people do too much nutty stuff, because it does gets pretty tense. Like the price of basic stuff has gone up for the first time in like 30 years, so people are freaked out a little bit. So there may be a little bit more train delays and a little bit more people doing things like bomb threats and kind of weird, desperate stuff. So not looking forward to dealing with that. But then America and Japan will have something in common. Do little weird toppings for hot dogs. I don't know. Okay. Oh. I guess I don't need to draw the end. There we go. Everything's looking a little rough. Oh no. Yeah, we'll have to see. Let's come up with some alternative stuff. Yeah, so something that if it's down to just the three of us, me, you, and Terriers or something, we can do kind of last minute. I probably have something that we could put together online. Yeah, it's funny. Or we could do a kind of a little bit of a planning session for this, and if you want to, we can do even though Will's probably going to want input on it, we can just do Terry's character and kind of determine how Nils comes back, and then see how that works. If we get stuck, yeah, something like that, maybe we can do it's like a session 0. Yeah, I really want to download and cut that sinking tower down to size. I thought that was going to go a lot smoother than it did. Yeah, I hope Andre wasn't too discouraged with the technical stuff. That's weird that Discord and Alchemy weren't getting along. Very odd. Right. Oh, this should be on top, shouldn't it? All right. Oof. Oh yeah, but the I didn't ever look at it very much because I wasn't sure if I was going to be running it, so I stayed away from the adventure included in the Dragonbane, starter box. But they did a really good job with that. It's really well thought out because they give you, like, I think 11, maybe more similar to the One Ring, 11 like adventure sites, like 11 things you can do in this area. And you don't have to do them all, and you get to decide, the GM kind of decides which ones are the important ones. And so you can scale it however long. So it has an end. Like you can do the sites, the adventures out of order in any way that you want. But there is one that goes at the end. And so you can choose to do just 3 and then the ending, or all, 11 or 6 or whatever. So it really, like, however much fun people are having, or the momentum of the adventure, if it's getting a little bit too frustrating or drawn out, you can change the kind of scale of it, which I thought was pretty impressive. And it's already tied into one of the adventures we already did, the first one. So that might be fun. But yeah, I hadn't looked at that. And it's nice because you've just gotten little teases of some of the stuff that the whole kind of campaign is based on. So it's fun. They did a really good job with that. I'm surprised I haven't heard... I guess I've kind of avoided it, but I haven't heard anybody talking about that. But it's pretty impressive. We should probably do a video about it and give them some props. Once I was watching Dragonbane videos, it just turns into a bunch of 5e players saying, "Is Dragonbane any good? Is it as good as 5e? What does it do better than 5e?" There's a lot of... it's just, once those people start hitting your recommendations, there's a lot of garbage out there. It's just endless. All right. That's a very thin piece of bread. Let's do another one. Wait, come on. There we go. Yeah, but 'tis the season. There's a lot of stuff going around here. Bad flu this year and some respiratory stuff and all kinds of fun. And they're saying that China definitely has bird flu, the H1N1 or whatever, and then they've also got something, a variation of something we've got here, this HSP something, a respiratory thing, similar to the RSP, whatever, the one that's already here. But they said that it's overwhelming the hospitals there. But of course, we're not going to see any of that on the news. And it's Chinese New Year, so hopefully they're not going to be visiting, bringing us all those new viruses. Yeah, that's the thing I do not like about all the advanced tourism is stuff gets over here. Because people, if you've booked a hotel and a flight and everything, and you get sick, and you're not going to care about what kind of sick you are, and you're going to come here, that's a little bit frustrating. Let's just merge those. Or wait, actually, let me copy them and merge them, just in case I want to do a huge sandwich joke. All right. And maybe a little bit less on the insanely insane length. Nice. Yeah, bird flu, there's, I think there's been one case of bird flu in Japan from chicken ranch worker to person, but mostly it's the birds, and they're culling the birds. They're culling the chicken farms now. If anything breaks out, so they expect the price of chicken to grow. Yeah. So, but that's the other respiratory thing that's getting overwhelming. There is a variation of a respiratory flu that's already here. So maybe just a little bit more nasty, but no, it's nothing compared to what we dealt with in 2020. So that's so funny. If we never see a virus like that again, I wonder what that says about that virus. All right. Okay, so we'll just do sandwich wars. Maybe put some of this on another layer. All right, so this. So these are here. Let me change the order of stuff. Okay, 1, 2. Now, where is this? It's there. Where's this? Oh, that's way up top. All right. Okay, so I'll do these 3 over on the other one. And this can just be sandwiches. Oh, wait, where are we? I can't find anything now. What? Did I just duplicate it onto itself? No. Okay. But yeah, we'll see what we're up to. Wait a minute, where'd it go? I thought I dragged. I guess I didn't drag it successfully. Fun. Come on. There they are. Oh, okay, here. This might start something in the chat. I saw some YouTube video about an alternate cut of the X-Men Days of Future Past movie. Rogue was kind of cut out. The Rogue character was kind of cut out. So there's a cut. I don't know what it is. If it's like a fan putting deleted scenes back in, or if it's an official thing. But there's a Rogue cut of that. So Days of Future Past is one of my favorite. Byrne. Is it Claremont Byrne? Stories, X-Men stories. And, I thought that, I was not a huge fan of what they did with the X-Men in the Fox movies, but rewatching them like this much later, when the CG looks, really, really bad, like really, really dated, and the writing, the storylines, and just the, what they do with the actors and stuff is so terrible. The Fox X-Men movies are not good. It's great that we got away from that. And I think part of it is due to the shit directors, that were working on it. The scripts are not good. They do these, heavy reliance on this really janky CG, which I guess looked better at the time, but they were way too into it, even like the opening sequences and stuff. And maybe everything has that feeling now, but there's just way too much of this stupid reliance on these effects, like really carrying, a scene. They're big, like set piece scenes and stuff, and it just, does not hold up at all. But the Fox X-Men movies, I do not ever want to deal with those again. But it's funny because you had seen them in the past, and so there was a bit of a nostalgia, like when they did the in the end credits for the Deadpool Wolverine, they did a kind of, Disney owns Fox now, so they just did a little reel, a little clip reel of on set, behind the scenes, like on set stuff for all the X-Men, showing how young everybody was back in the 90s and or I guess early 2000s. I don't know the dates, but so you had a little nostalgia for that, and Hugh Jackman like really redeemed himself with that character in Logan. I mean, that was a great way to take advantage of the nostalgia of, oh yeah, he played that role for a long time, and give it a nice send off, and also the Patrick Stewart Professor X. That was really, really, really well done for to be a sequel of those movies, but those movies are terrible. And the fact that they tried to reboot it with the X-Men First Class, just yeah. So I really regretted having any curiosity, because I don't think I watched the whole. I think I saw it in pieces or something, so I didn't remember the whole Days of Future Past done very well. Stuff I saw, I was like, oh, okay, because they did like in the future parts, the future dystopia parts, that was kind of fun and different, and like showing the characters using their powers so much strategically, which most of the time they didn't do very well. But so much of the emotion and tension and stuff is ugh. Yeah. Oh, good night, Matt. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Good night, Matt. Take it easy. We'll talk X-Men next time we're online. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just, and maybe because the tone, like how they've been doing, how Sony and Disney have been updating superhero movies. Well, this is probably not going to make any sense, but for me, like the Blade movies, those are fine. They're cheesy, and they're the CG is terrible. But the movies kind of hold up as like what they are. For some reason, the X-Men movies just felt really like, ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they focused way too much on really poorly cast female leads and stuff, especially in the later ones. Just ugh, yeah, it was rough. All right, what else we got going on? I regretted though going back, because they're all on Disney Plus here. So I went through and watched it. And I even started into the Apocalypse movie, but as soon as I saw Sophie Turner, I was just like, oh yeah, we're not doing this. I don't want to watch her. Yeah, both her and Jennifer Lawrence just turned me off really hard. Like I don't enjoy their acting much at all. And they kind of have that same, like, are you a little kid or like a middle-aged woman look? They have that mysterious, like, how old are they? They either look a little childish sometimes, or a little like a wrecked middle-aged woman look. So that's odd. All right. So yeah, I thought that it's funny. Yeah, I was just that just occurred to me. I was like, wow, I didn't think it would be so painful. And the then when they went into the Wolverine solo movies and stuff, those are just not good. I don't know what it was. I think it's just like how Fox like treated superhero movies, how they thought they should go, because they did their set pieces. There's some big interesting set pieces, but there's just something about the tension and how they are directed that just is really disappointing. And I guess we've had the Dark Knight, and we've had all the good run of the Marvel, the MCU movies, and there's been a lot else since then, and they were pretty early days. Yeah, because I can't even think when the first one came out. Of course, it doesn't just pop. 2000? Yeah, 2000. So everything is from the 2000s. Yeah, so wow, people are like 24 years younger. Yeah, so the Apocalypse, that, and was Dark Phoenix after that? Ooh, yeah. That Dark Phoenix movie was really bad. The kind of retelling of the Dark Phoenix with the new characters. Yeah, so since 2000. Yeah, just a lot has happened since then. Because what was Iron Man was 2008, so yeah. I was worried though, but so they kept making X-Men movies in the middle of the MCU. It's funny. But anyhow. Yeah, I don't know what... I used up, I think, all my ideas earlier this month. Oh, sorry. All right. Okay. Trying to think of stuff I haven't drawn a million times, and it's impossible. I know I've drawn a lot of thermoses. Yeah, they have. I don't think anybody uses the... well, I guess no, that there's still like coffee thermoses and stuff. People need to take hot drinks, especially if they're working outside on cold days. All right. Oh, that was the other weird thing. So when I went to, oops, not going, huh? Where is my? I guess the memory just got a little bogged down. When I went to book my ticket for the Gundam movie, I noticed E.T. was playing. There's been a lot of, I think Japanese movie theaters are having trouble, getting people to come in, because after kind of the slowdown of COVID, everyone's masked in the movie theaters, and it's flu season, so it makes sense sitting in a dry movie theater sharing air. But most people are eating anyhow, so I don't think a mask is going to do much when you're jamming popcorn in your face. But yeah, I think they're doing a lot of like revival stuff, a lot of 80s stuff. So Back to the Future and Jurassic Park and stuff, a lot of those have come back into the Japanese movie theaters for like, if they're anniversary runs or something, or they're just anybody they're like 50 and over kind of market is probably the best one left, because they get they probably get enough kids and kind of the the nerds, the otaku fans for the anime stuff. But as far as because Japan just does not produce that many films in a year, so the domestically made Japanese language movies are probably not enough to keep the movie theaters busy. And so you can see the demographic they're aiming at with choosing the kind of 80s and early 90s stuff. But it also could be anniversary screenings. Who knows? Yeah, I just hope movie theaters don't go away, because they're insanely expensive here for just a very standard presentation. So we'll see. But it's it's nice. The theaters are really clean, and man, everything's looking terrible. The projection and everything is perfect. I've never seen anything out of focus or any. I think it's all digital projection now, anyhow. So less to go wrong. Film can't come out of the loop when it's going through the gate, the projector, and nothing can burn and break, and It's all just playing a very high resolution MP4 video. Yeah, I bet it's like some kind of weird encrypted data, though, because they can't have those things floating around, letting unscrupulous theater owners upload those to the internet. I'm sure the files are huge, though, too. All right, what are we doing here? Yeah, even that thermos feels wonky. Running out of time in January, so I couldn't put off streaming anymore. Okay. But yeah, definitely not knocking it out of the park. All right, wait. Let's have a soup bowl or something like that. All right. Soup or cereal? Okay, let's just do this. There we go. All right. Something like that. Let me fix this a little bit. Yeah. Very funny. It is so surprising, though, what holds up and what doesn't. And then for generations, too, like what movies become a classic, to a younger generation. There's a lot of stuff that just does not make it. I was surprised after my older daughter saw the Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, or whatever the title is, the one with Shyla. She liked it. I'm like, okay, it was okay. You should watch the original. And then she watched the original and she thought it was kind of slow. I'm like, wow, really? Yeah, I guess. That's like almost one of those perfect movies, the original Raiders of the Lost Ark. And she was like, yeah, it's kind of slow. Like, so stuff, it just does not make it in some cases. All right. Yeah, I also do something about coffee's portability. Everything's a little weird looking. Okay, what do we got here? Yay. I think we're doing a glass of milk and pizza. All right. Yeah, so those should probably be a little bit bigger, huh? These a little tighter. Just kind of get everything zoomed in a bit. I guess, I don't know. Okay. Sure. Okay, one more. We'll just do 4 for this week. That'll get us into the first week of February, and hopefully I'm motivated to do it, come back sooner. I don't know. All right. Yeah, trying to come up with something here. Yeah, it's funny. The all the kind of motivation to get things done. It really seems like I've lost my creative thing for a while. I don't know if I'm going to get that back or whatever. But it's crazy because I've known a lot of people that like their whole lives until their last day of their life remained vital, creative people writing or drawing or whatever. But it just, I'm like losing the the need to do that. I don't know. It's something's wrong. Probably just some depression, but I'll try to get past all of that. Okay, we need one more simple idea I haven't done a million times. It was kind of the thing that a lot of people are feeling like pandemic time. It's just like, what's the point? And it's all fucked. It's all going away. It's similar to that, but just kind of a weird frustration. But we'll beat it. We'll get around it somehow. But it's weird though, because that was one of the things I thought was always going to be, oh yeah, that's right, it's on this side. Was always going to be with me. It was like one of those immutable constants in my life. Has always wanted to be like, telling stories or drawing something, doing something. But yeah, it's been a little bit subdued lately. It's okay. Yeah, it's funny. Right. Yeah, I was listening to someone talking about this era of kind of weaponized empathy that we have now, where people cry into their smartphones, do these like big displays of emotion, and they're just doing it for clicks and views or just clout. But it's kind of this weird state that goes beyond rational, because nobody is thinking, there's no rational critique to somebody just bawling their eyes out. You only have empathy and sympathy for them, and you're like, oh, that what they're going through must be so difficult. It's just that whole kind of human reaction, but it's so artificial. It's so just done for the sake of for whatever the new currency is now, and it's really disgusting. I mean, it's like, I guess. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess, the, kind of sentimentality, or, there's been eras of that sort of thing before, but I don't think we've had this weird, when you can broadcast yourself so easily. All people do is want to tell their tragic story and want to, make people, sympathetic for them and want to, raise them up somehow. It's like, yeah, it's weird. It goes beyond any sort of, it's just, I don't know. It's like a new way to kind of shortcut any sort of, what was it? The idea was, so weaponizing empathy, and it also was talking about we're in this like post-authentic era. So for a while, after like the cynicism of the 90s, where everything is just bullshit and, whatever, or then it became, weirdly ironic. Everyone was like just, liking stuff ironically and being very sarcastic and contrarian about everything. Then we had this like authenticity, like, where people wanted stuff that's real and stuff that was more, felt like it was genuinely from someone. But that quickly mutated into, just trading on, the tragedies in your life, or feeling terrible for the world or whatever. It's a very odd state that things are in, because it's they've kind of figured out, what should we do here? Figured out a way that this, you can't critique this or argue this, because it's just this pure emotion, but you're doing it for. And I think politicians have really tapped into that too. Like it's really not good. But just like people talking into their phones is a disease. That's why I never look at the camera. I look so insane just staring at a tablet with the camera. I should just eventually. I think that's what's going to happen. I'm going to get to an age where I don't want to even look at myself on camera anymore, and I'll just like show the desktop. I don't need to be in a little green screen in the corner. I think we're going to get to that day sooner rather than later. But yeah, it was a very interesting point. This weird way that people derive their value and their clout online is pretty crazy. What's going on with the squeeze bottle? It's like cleaning or windows or some kind of topping. Oh, let's do like a ice cream topping. There we go. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting point, but it's also very depressing. It's one of those things that's very hard to get out of, because people have to be brave enough to be critical of this, and not be afraid to be called cruel or unfeeling or indifferent to people's suffering. It's a weird thing. All right. Everything I'm drawing is it's a little melting off the screen. I think I just I need to draw more. Yeah, not very balanced. There we go. So something like this. A dessert topping. There we are. I gotta be careful. Yeah, we're gonna put these eyes, I guess, down there. Okay. Is that it? Oh yeah, I think we did it. All right. Let's take a quick convenience store break here. There we go. And I'll show you some of the. It was just surprised. I saw a lot of stuff by the same company, so I just kind of grabbed up what they were doing. All right, so yeah, we've got our cartoons, and we'll come back and color them in a minute. Where the heck am I? Where the heck am I? There we go. Well, hello. Welcome to the convenience store. You heard the familiar Family Mart. I guess I wonder if it's the same, if Family Mart uses that all over the world, because I know Family Mart is all over Southeast Asia. Let's see. So, yeah. Mikakuto. Okay. So, yeah, one of my favorite companies for candy and stuff in Japan, because they do like fun, interesting stuff, is I think I did it wrong. It's Uha, not Uhu. Uhu is the glue company, adhesives company. Yeah, Uha. I think I did that wrong in the description. Sorry, I'll change that. But they their motto. This is great. I haven't read their English their international facing business website. Deliciousness is gentleness is their motto. But they've been around for a long time. The coolest thing is that in 1949 they were established, just post-war. But the coolest thing, this is all gonna key out. I forgot. But the coolest thing that they've done, and I'll explain a little bit why. Yeah, sorry. This is a yellow bag. But you can see it says pineapple candy, pine ame on the front. Yeah, pineapple candy down here. So this pineapple candy was revolutionary to me because, grew up with lifesavers. So it's basically, you can see the shape, or maybe you can't. That's all going to key out. Can you? No, you can see. It's a lifesaver. If you know what a ring-shaped candy is, it's so stupid. I need a blue screen. So it's a pineapple flavored lifesaver candy, a little bit thicker, like a little bit taller than a lifesaver. But I grew up with lifesavers, and the thing that I liked about them is the expectation that yellow was going to be lemon and yellow was pineapple. That was always a big joy of mine as a kid. But this company has perfected the pineapple candy. Like this is, so if you would eat multiple pineapple candies, or even before you finish one, the kind of sourness, the acidic taste of it kind of wears your mouth out a little bit. And even like eating like pineapple, eating a fresh pineapple or pineapple juice, you get a little bit of that too. It kind of overwhelms you a little bit. So they figured out to put a little bit of milk solids, I think they call them, but a component of like a dairy component. But I don't think it triggers anybody's dairy allergy in the candy to take the edge off of that pineapple sourness, and it's perfect. And I know that doesn't sound good. I know you would never put milk on pineapple, but it's amazing. And so because of that, the candy itself is a little bit semi-translucent. It's not completely it's not a completely clear colored candy. It's not a transparent or translucent yellow. It's a little cloudy because it's got some of this little milk. Let's see here. Are they gonna they're not gonna help me out here. Just plug in their new stuff. But this is the classic candy. So ooh-ha. And so I thought this week I would just grab a bunch of other stuff that they do. So the completely keying out pineapple candy is their classic. You can find this pretty much everywhere. And definitely try this. If you ever get access to a Japanese convenience store import shop, try the pineapple candy. It's just a big yellow bag with a big cutout, with the red lettering that says pineapple candy. It's the best. All right, so what else do they have? Oh yeah, they have this whole series. I haven't tried these before because I think the character is kind of disturbing looking. So they have this whole series of, what is it, ninja meishi. So there's a ninja candy. And it's always, so this guy is like a gamer or a streamer or something. He's like got his headset on and sitting in front of his laptop or PC, but he's still got his blade on him. So they do several flavors of these, and I'm not sure what these are. If these are more gum or so this is a peach flavor, and this is kind of, you can see in the corner. This is what they look like, but we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. So peach flavor, and I think they've got a another flavor in there. I think they're not gummy and they're not hard candy. There's something in between, like a little bit of a chewiness. Oh, yeah, they just kind of look like a chiclet. So let's see. This is a peach. Oh, interesting. So the outside is almost like a shell, like a chiclet coating. The inside is a really stiff, gummy candy. That's good. A little more sour than you would expect. Maybe that's in the coating itself. A little more sour than you'd expect for a peach flavor. Interesting. But really, really hard gummy. It's like more like a licorice, the old licorice syrups where that you had to kind of it's that consistency. So this is the peach gamer version. And, yeah, it's interesting. But really straightforward. That's what I like about a lot of the Japanese candy, even though they still have like red dye number 3 here, and they put a lot of fake sugar, especially in soft drinks. For a lot of their products, they really minimize the chemicals. It's very natural flavoring. Like the flavoring is always just juice or fruit. All right. So one more, and then we'll come back. Of course, I should have put the logo. Yeah, here we go. And its partner, the grape, or kyoho, the Japanese grape. It's got a dark purple skin and but green fruit. A big, yummy Japanese variety of grape. So this is another ninja mode. And this one, so maybe they originally made these very more sour, and maybe this one is especially sour. So they're saying it's a more like mild or more, can't think of a good English word, a more modified, a more reasonable flavor. So this is the grape, and it's going to be the same kind of candy, but a different shape. Oh yeah. They're even calling it here a hard gummy. So I think it's more, and that's why, so it's like the salaryman ninja character. So I think that's, that's the gimmick, is if it's more an adult candy. So the taste is going to be more like adult style. And the combination of textures is very interesting. Having a coated gummy is very odd. Dude's not a grape fan. But Japan has some, oh wow, yeah, Japan has some good grapes. The Kyoho Japanese grape, this giant one. It's a very natural flavor. Yeah, I think they made this one less sour. I think that you kind of lost the nice grape flavor when it was more sour. Yeah, the peach was very surprising. Maybe they'll do the same thing with the peach, just make it a little more mellow. Because it's surprisingly sour. Yeah, these are hard gummies with a hard kind of chiclet coating, like a candy coating on the outside. Well, both flavors are really good. I mean, you can almost never, and usually it's because it's a Korean candy or a Chinese candy or something. But if you see the flavor on the package of a candy, it's going to be a really authentic, like really natural representation of that. So it tastes very satisfying. Wow. So. So I can't believe I put the glue company name. There's only one letter difference, but this is one of a few of the UHA candies we'll be taking a look at. So let's go back and color some drawings. Well, those are both really good. Yeah, they do an interesting twist on a lot of kind of candy styles. Very interesting. All right, so. A lot of this is just going to be filling. So let's just put some fun colors in some of these. Dude's not a grape fan. Yeah, it's funny. Oh, the frustrating thing about a lot of the Japanese grapes is the skin is very heavy and not a great flavor. So a lot of the grapes in Japan, you have to peel. And so Japanese like students, if they're homestay students or whatever, are fascinated that in the US there's so many grapes that you can just eat them without peeling them. They have an easy to deal with skin. Yeah, because a lot of them here you have to peel because it kind of ruins the flavor or the texture of the fruit if you don't. All right, let's do like a yellowy color. There we go. And this will be some poor unsuspecting vanilla ice cream. And let's just do this and then go over it. Yes. So I was surprised. Yeah, they have a lot of, and there's a shop I really want to go to. There's a factory store near where my wife works that I want to check out. They have a lot of like goods and little samples of their new products and stuff. That'd be fun to see. I don't know if it's an actual factory. I think it's just the office for the company. Let's do like a yellow, maybe yellow and red label. But yeah, they perfected the pineapple candy. If you're a fan at all of pineapple, it's just wow. Good stuff. All right. Oh, actually, let me do this, and then let's see, does this work? Yeah, there we go. All right. Oops. Come on. Pick up that color. There we go. There we go. Should we fade this out a little bit? Yeah, make it not so dominant. Oh, and I don't think I did the did I? Let's see. No, I did not. The top of the spray bottle. There we go. Okay, and then just a little rendering. Yeah, there's certain things now that would be hard to be without, like thinking about, going back to the U.S. to live. Is that working? I guess it is. Oh, weird. Yeah, there's some Japanese things that I could not do without. It would be hard. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, so I guess I've just been here long enough that I've kind of acclimated. Is that not? It is. Okay. Let me just do it this way. I don't know. Oh, it's still breaking. There we go. And you can barely see it. That's weird. Yeah, that green is just not taking a shadow well at all. Interesting. Weird. My stylus is a little funky as well. All right, let's see. Oh, white shows up okay. It's just weird. It doesn't want to see that black shadow. Interesting. Guess we should do something to make the ice cream look a little bit more appealing. I'm really off today, jeez. But, oops. There we go. Maybe a little bit here. Oh yeah, not a very big, not a very big difference. Okay, let's do a little bit of like very bright white on the ice cream though. Make it look nice and white. Okay, let's do this maybe. There we go. Afraid of the idea of topping. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Yeah, we'll just use this layer for the eyes as well. A very, what are we done here? Apprehensive dish of ice cream. All right. Apprehensive, that should be the new title. All right, and we got to do the classic red. Maybe a little darker, regular. Red plastic cup. Like a retro-y gold color. Yeah, hope everyone is doing good, staying healthy, staying out of the all kinds of craps going on. Fires in Southern California, freezing weather in other places. Although I heard February is going to be weirdly warm this year. I don't know why. So we're going to have a little bit of a warming up next month, and then it's going to get really cold again for March. So weird. And for some reason, the allergy season here, it usually starts middle of February. It started January 8th this year. So luckily I was ahead of it, because sometimes I think I'm getting the flu, or previous years I thought I was getting the flu, and it was literally just allergies, which is just pollen. That's how nasty the pollen is here. It makes you think you have a fever. It does give you a fever. You get a fever, and it chills and feels like, oh, I have flu-like symptoms. But no, it's just your over-the-top histamine reaction to pollen here. Yeah, because they've got the where they say the male yellow cedar. I guess trees are gendered. They're yeah, just to piss us off. They're gonna come on, the yellow cedar. Let's not do this. Please go away. Where did this come from? Okay. Yeah, is all over the place. Very early. And tourists aren't gonna have to deal with, unless they're like, unless you're incredibly allergic, it's probably not going to affect you. But I've been here just long enough that it can wreck my spring. That was the most disappointing thing when I started feeling that pollen allergies. It used to be that springtime in Japan was just this wonderful thing you can enjoy without any any thought to what the season was or anything. And yeah, it just hits hard. But they have decent allergy medicine now. But it does, make you, if it doesn't make you feel tired, it definitely takes your energy levels down a bit. That's the weird thing. We know it's doing something because you're not. Am I still not masked here? Jeez. Yeah, still not feeling 100%. So obviously your body is being tricked into not fighting something that it doesn't need to fight. One up here. Yeah, it's funny. Cool. All right, I'll try this. Yeah, works there too. All right. And a little bit of glint. There we go. Yeah, it's great having you guys in the chat. Thanks for keeping me company while I stumble through this. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, I love the. I couldn't resist the Charlie Brown thermos. All right. Yeah, I forget the original. So Peanuts originally wasn't going to be called Peanuts. Like Charles Schultz had a different name, like, kind of like a Little Rascals sounding name. Oh, Google, where are you? Let's see if they can help me. Lil Folks, yeah. The original, so Charles Schultz, when he drew it in the 50s, or it became syndicated, he wanted to call it Lil Folks, L-I-apostrophe-L, Folks. There was already Tack Knight, I guess, had a cartoon called Little Folks, completely spelled out, from the 30s. But they asked him to change it because of a format that the newspaper wanted to use. So traditionally comic strips were comic strips. So it was 4 panels. And they wanted to be able to sell to the newspapers in a different style, so they would fit in smaller sections of the paper, like little tucked into little areas that weren't just a comics section. So they came up with this 2x2 kind of configuration, and they wanted to call that Peanuts. So they wanted the name of the kind of the first strip that was presented like that to have a catchy name that kind of referred to its tininess, how it'll fit in. So for marketability. So right from the beginning, he kind of got screwed by his syndicators. But it was so cool that that cartoon did as well as it did, because when you look at it in the context, when you think about, and even reading the early ones, it came out in the 1950s, and it was a cartoon about kids, and it had such existential angst and just self-doubt, and it was really, really interesting. The content of that cartoon compared to the other stuff that was out there, which was wacky married couples or kids doing silly things. These are actually kids in a bit of a post-war crisis. So I've always I think that was an inspiration for this cartoon as well, is just having this weird angst in a place that you wouldn't expect. Like you have this anxiety and this what the hell am I doing kind of feeling hidden in something that looks, innocuous, or you would think would just be cute. And you could especially tell the last strips, and especially I think the Sunday strips that Charles Schultz drew before his death, his hand, started getting shaky. He was still using a quill pen, the dip pen, and his hand started getting shaky, and he did these long kind of existential kind of essays, or, just these reflections, I guess. And it was basically Snoopy running through kind of a World War I trench, like the what was it called? The no man's land, or the wasteland, the trench area of a battlefield. And it was a much scratchier, much less, familiar looking, line, but it really fit the whole idea of the weird questioning of what is life and where are we going and stuff. So I thought those are very, very cool last kind of part of that. It was an interesting end to that, and unfortunately though, he wanted nobody to ever draw Snoopy again, Peanuts just to end when he died. And I think his family wanted to give him his wish, but ultimately the money was too good and they didn't, because just Snoopy and Charlie Brown, the Peanuts license, is too big, and it Makes a lot of money all over the world. Japan is obsessed with Snoopy. And they don't even know the comic strips or the animation just as goods. Snoopy is incredibly sellable, marketable. So unfortunately, they went against his last wishes and sold the heck out of the Peanuts license after his death. Which is too bad. I mean, it's like, it's good that the world can still enjoy and celebrate his work, but it's not in the way that he would have wanted. It's kind of a, just a shallow, imitation of what he was trying to do. So, yeah, very interesting. You never can, know what your legacy is going to be. All right. Yeah, let's do like a big pizza shape. I keep almost, there we go. Oh, maybe like this, yeah. But yeah, that was a very sad story. I was surprised that, although they would have made some money just reprinting his old works. Oh yeah, and that's right. It wasn't supposed to be in the newspapers anymore, and they kept it in the newspapers as well. The syndicator continued, with the family's blessing. The syndicator continued to reprint the old strips. Yeah, I think they wanted to continue that money rolling in. Okay, how do you draw milk? Shoot. Let's try it like this. Do a little bit off-white glass. Like this, yeah. There we go. And we'll just render that from there. Oh yeah, then that's true. It was a really a sad way to the last images of the character being so kind of dark, but that's what the creator was feeling at the end of his life. True to his creation. It's hard to because a lot of people say that, and that's a big thing with like fandoms now is, this isn't yours anymore. It's ours. We've invested so much energy in loving this, these characters or this story that it doesn't belong to the creator anymore. It belongs to the fans. And I don't know. I'm not a big fan of fan art. I think there's some really bad things that have happened because of fan art. People that have talent and could have contributed something amazing instead have devoted themselves to just, fetishizing basically somebody else's work. That's odd. Oh, wait. Actually, this whole side should be in shadow. Let's do it that way. Yeah, I think we've lost a lot of original ideas because, it was okay to obsess over something like that. All right. Try this again. Yeah, I'll eventually get some game art or something going on this channel as well, so it doesn't seem so out of place on Upturned Table. But putting it on Upturned Table as well, this live stream has just come out of my frustration for not being able to get monetized. Purely streaming, streaming is just not supported very well on YouTube. It would have much better luck, I think, making that happen on Twitch, but I can't possibly stream enough for Twitch. Twitch wants too much of your life. All right, and let's do some eyes on these guys. Yeah, I think the deadpan look, you know, the just the two dots that I like for these eyes, it feels to me, because, you know, that a lot of times the Peanuts characters are just like staring, you know, in the direction of the reader, but just kind of past them. They're just kind of staring off into space, and I like that feel, and that's kind of the same feeling that I've always gone for with this cartoon. Is they're just kind of staring off in, you know, caught in kind of some thought or some realization, or just stuck in some horrible feeling. All right, pizza box. So what do we got here? We got our weird dessert topping, our portable coffee, our pizza with milk, and sandwiches. See if we can get this. All right, what's a hot dog color? That's, yeah, like a pink kind of color, not too. That, yeah, that looks close. Like an eraser. All right. Yeah, funny stuff. I'll put some cheddar on that cheeseburger. Actually, I can, well, I'll do a little variation on it so it's not all the same. Yeah. I don't know whether the lettuce is on the bottom, but it's going to have to be. All right, and then this is that weird thing you got to hit for bread to make it look like a sliced bread. Oh, it's going to be too yellow. Let's try to do the crust first. So it's these colors against each other that make the thing that like reads as bread. It's not the you know, exact color. It's how they so yellow that up just a little bit. It's still too yellow, I think. Let's see here. Okay, does that work? Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty close. Okay, let's make this peanut butter and jelly. That'll be a good joke. I'm sorry, dude. It's going to be grape jelly. Ew. Oh, wait. Stop. There we go. And can I come up with a good peanut butter color? Less saturated version of that. Let's see here. Let's see if that works. Yeah, something like that. Maybe a little brighter to contrast the bread. Otherwise, it's kind of, it's just darker. But it's a better contrast. Okay, this is looking too green, isn't it? Yeah, it's way too green. There we go. Yeah, sometimes adding black to things makes them green. There's certain colors that just have that. It just has that effect. All right. Oh, broken fill here. Okay, and then a little bit between the layers. Okay. Yeah, I still haven't gotten around to watching the new season 2 of Silo yet. It's hard. There's just some shows that like I have to be in the exact mood, or it just doesn't hit me right, and I just like have a negative feeling about it. So it's not worth ruining. Ooh, reflective jelly. Yeah, it's funny. I wonder if that's like, it's so hard to, why streaming like, sometimes really fails is because the mood you're in, there's like nothing, I don't know, when you're like searching for stuff to watch on those platforms and you're just looking through those endless thumbnails. It seems like it just like you can't tap into what you're actually in the mood for or what would be good, what sounds good. Because most of the time I just retreat into something I watched a million times when I'm just rolling through those endless thumbnails. I really hate that. I saw Netflix is raising its prices in the US again, like up to like $18 or something. Holy crap. That's like getting really close to basic cable prices for one not very good streaming channel. It's crazy. I can't remember, but I think, just the bare minimum of cable was like $30 back in the day. They can't get anywhere near that, or it's just not worth it. Oh, and here. I think we want that's okay. A little shine on the bun. Okay, look at those sandwiches. Oh wait, is a hot dog on a bun a sandwich? Is a hamburger sandwich? Yeah, I like that redundant one. I think that's mostly in like old movies and stuff when people. I'm in the mood for a good hamburger sandwich. The hell is that? Oh shoot! I guess it'll look like a McDonald's character if I put the eyes up too high. There we go. So wait, we're gonna make him the odd man out. Yeah, let's do that. All right, back to the convenience store and the not glue company candy. So stupid. Okay, so we did something very traditional fruity deal. Oh, here we go. Oh no, maybe this is not a good idea. All right, so we're back at the convenience store. Chocolate covered sweet potatoes. Oh no. So yes, it's the same company, and they don't usually do a lot of like snacks like fried potato or breadsticks or anything. But this is going to be baked chocolate on a sweet potato. So Japanese sweet potatoes are different from yams, have a different taste from it's a real I'm trying to think of the difference. It's just much more of a gentle sweetness, but I'm not sure if chocolate is going to be. So it doesn't look like they're going to be chocolate covered. I mean, we've done like chocolate covered potato chips on the stream before. This looks like it's going to be like baked, like a cocoa powder on a sweet potato. So I'm not sure how those two things are gonna go. They're assuring us that it's delightful. Let's find out. Oh, and one of the things, everything we've opened so far has had a Ziploc resealable bag, so you don't have to eat the whole thing. Although I probably will. Oh yeah, no, these. Oh, not too bad. Okay, the combination is not. Yeah, is not bad, because I was trying to think, what is good, dark chocolate or so, but I think like cocoa, like dusted and kind of a cocoa powder might be the way to go here. So yeah, these are all broken up because I didn't treat them very gently. But as you can see, the bag is quite full. It's not just like a little bit at the bottom. It's actually, that's probably why they got broken, is because it's a lot. There's a lot in there. That is not bad. Wow. So it is very sweet cocoa powder. It's not like bitter. I think a bitter chocolate would be really gross. And the chocolate kind of gets out of the way, and then you taste the potato. These are really nice. These are potato chips, like but not fried, like a dry chip, like an air fried, or like not an oily or greasy chip. So it matches pretty well. Very sweet cocoa powder, but then the natural sweetness of potato. Wow, surprisingly good. I was a little bit afraid of these because sometimes these combinations are just weird. Oh, here's a very a very chocolate one. Hey Kevin, how's it going? Sorry, we've halted the the art portion of the stream to eat snacks from the Japanese convenience store. Wow. No, these are surprisingly good. So, osatsu doki. Doki wa. I don't know what the osatsu is potato, but I don't know if doki is like maybe what they're calling the snack. No, surprisingly good. I would not have expected that, because sometimes they'll candy, similar to what, candy jams or whatever, but this is more of a dessert. They'll do a kind of sweet soy sauce syrup, or a black sugar syrup with in sweet potatoes, so kind of glazed. And that's good because it kind of just complements the natural sweetness, but this is a different flavor, so surprisingly good. Wow. Chocolate sweet potatoes were not on my list of things that I would like, but pleasantly surprised. Wow. Okay, let's do one more. What do we got here that's not too crazy? Oh yeah, here's a this is a gummy version of another thing that they make. So they do this is this keying out again? Yeah, well, no, not too bad. They do this what is it? Musari like I guess a cow. Muchari gummy. So muchari I think is the drink. So you see this little bottle of this like I'm trying to think of the flavor. It's an interesting flavor, but it's like a dairy, like a kind of calcium kids drink, because they do like milk stuff in their candies. This is a gummy version of that drink. So maybe, I don't think it's not yogurt, but it's it's some kind of like a cow piece kind of, milk solids kind of thing. So here's, oh yeah, and they made them like the king out, like the little bottles. So it's in the shape of the tiny, they're little plastic bottles with a foil top, and it's just a few ounces. It's very, very small, but it's, kind of for kids. Maybe this was like vitamins in it too. Yeah, it tastes like the drink. That's weird. but they're kind of, oh wow, it tastes exactly like the drink. That's weird, because the drink has a finish, like a little, I don't know, fruity kind of sweet finish to it. It's exactly the drink. Well, I guess, this is the people that made this, so they're not trying to imitate something they've never made before. Wow. So Muchari gummies are actually pretty good. Yeah, they taste a lot like the drink. That's funny. There's a lot of yogurt, a lot of drinkable yogurt and stuff here. So this is kind of a kid's variation of that. And this is the gummy variation of that drink. Very interesting. I'm glad we went with all UHA stuff. That's been a very funny, funny combination of things. Yeah, it finishes exactly like the drink. Kind of a, almost like an Orange Julius kind of thing, if you, I think that's an American or North American shopping mall thing, but kind of a dairy orange juice kind of combination. That's what this is similar to. It's a little bit of fruit or a little bit of like sweet fruit juice sweetness, but there's like a, a milk kind of softness to it. All right. So the gummies of their own drinks are pretty good too. All right. Let's write some cartoons now. Oh, sorry. Wait. Again, let's get this off camera. There we are. Something like that. So I'll be looking very far. There we go. Sorry, that was on camera the whole time, wasn't it? All right, sorry. Talking and chewing gummy candies. So let's do some writing here. Previously, the most dreaded part. Actually, early days of the stream, I think the writing actually took the longest, because I could remember finishing drawing in like an hour or 90 minutes of the series of cartoons. I would do like, 7 or 8. And doing the writing was excruciating, because I would just sit and fuss with the words, and I get feedback from the chat, and just couldn't find the joke. All right, let's see how we do. So this is a dessert topping. So assuring him that he was a legitimate dessert topping. So it was either a dessert topping or an assassination attempt. Let's see. He had assurances that this. Okay, let's see here. There's something in there, right? There's something in the contrast of these two things that we're going to figure out. A dessert spray topping. So, it was possible. He was aware it was possible. He was afraid. The necessity of a spray topping, the need, the a very modern take on dessert toppings. Let's see. He was unsure. He was convinced. Apprehensive. It's a funny word. Inability to accept. He wasn't sure. Spray on dessert. Toppings should be a thing. That may not read very well 10 years from now. Spray on, maybe there should be a hyphen there, shouldn't there? Spray on. Or were a thing. It did twice. He wasn't certain. He wasn't certain spray on dessert toppings were even a thing. Yeah, I think even. It's spelled completely wrong. Okay, that sounds stupid enough and makes me laugh, so I think we're getting close there. He wasn't certain spray on dessert toppings were even a thing. All right, I'm going to fix this shadow here a little bit, make this look a little more interesting. Yeah, there we go. Because these are kind of all meeting down here. There we go. So he wasn't sure. Spray on dessert toppings were even a thing. Okay. He wasn't certain, sorry. Oh, is it just sure better? He wasn't certain. He wasn't sure. I think sure is better. It's more direct. He wasn't sure spray on dessert toppings were even a thing. All right. That's instead of like the old and the new or yeah, something. I think that's, yeah. Did this even exist? Would be a fun idea. And the Charlie Brown thermos. Breakfast. Admired coffees. Portability. That's not right. Portability. The rest of breakfast admired. Coffee's portability. Maybe hot coffees? There we go. The portability of hot coffee. Yeah, look at that. Portability on the first try. Yeah, admired coffees. Hot coffees, portability. Okay. Nice. Nice. Yeah, right. It just looks suspenseful. As some kind of spray cleaner next to some ice cream. What's gonna happen? All right. So milk with pizza was weirdly childish. Was something about it being or maybe like instantly made pizza comfort food. So a glass milk somehow made cold pizza into comfort food. Could somehow or did somehow. Oh, somehow made. I think I'm gonna get a lot of head scratches on that one, but that's a weird. That just feels right. A glass of milk somehow made cold pizza into comfort food. Yes, it did. All right, where are we? Oh, only one more. All right, peanut, butter, and jelly. Vide? There's got to be a good word for sandwich legitimacy. What's a synonym for... there's got to be a better word. There's got to be a better word. Struggle, compete, contend. Oh, contend is good. Grappled. Let's see. Vide. Vide is funny because it's such a weird word to use after peanut butter and jelly. Is there something like more nuanced? Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah. It was supposed to be. Yeah. Anytime I color a box with red and green, it's pizza. Because all the pizza boxes in the U.S. that aren't chains, it's not like Pizza Hut or Domino's. They're always the colors of the Italian flag. All right. I like sandwich legitimacy. That's the whole reason that I wanted to put these together. Competed, struggled. Maybe struggled is good. Yeah, because Vide's a little bit pretentious. It's funny, but it's a little not a familiar word. Yeah, and this sounds like a joke I've written before too. So whenever I hit that, then I think I got the tone right. Yeah, this should be the thing that used to haunt me. I would always think, "Oh no, did I do this before?" Sometimes the jokes felt so familiar. It's like I know I've written this exact thing before. I have drawn a few of the same exact drawings. Like I've drawn that stupid Starbucks cup with the brown paper, the unbleached paper sleeve, multiple times. All right. That is going to do it. Peanut butter and jelly. Oh, I didn't set up the Go Comics page. Struggled for sandwich legitimacy. That's why he's got the little frown. Cold pizza into comfort food. Cold comfort. The rest of breakfast admire coffee's portability. And he wasn't sure spray on dessert toppings were even a thing. Bum, bum, bum. All right, let me do a Go Comics page. Let's take a look before we sign off. Let's see what we did. Oh, this page is getting crazier. Uh-oh, I'm getting ads. Oh, I'm not logged in, that's why. Okay. Oh, I should sign in so I can comment on stuff. There we go. Okay, so it can't be full screen. There we go. Okay, let me switch over to comments here. And oh, it's still Christmas. Oh, that's so embarrassing. Still Christmas in the comments. Okay, yes, it has been a long time since I've been streaming. Okay, so here. Not quite. Here. Okay, let's stick with that. All right, so let's just go back from, last Thursday. Christmas. Professional. Always professional. Okay, so this is Go Comics. So domestic abuse for January 23rd, 2025. Oh, I just did cold pizza, now cold French fries. The cold French fries clung together, unable to rekindle their former greasy heat. So yeah, the if you would literally leave French fries to cool down and congeal in one of those, cardboard little boxes for them, they would just all be stuck together in a big clump like that. So I wanted to simulate that as much as possible. All right, January 21st, letting the burning match back in the box seemed like an almost good idea. Oh, sorry, I'm not reading the comments either. Just so amused by myself here. They huddled together. Oh, okay, wait. I have to look it from here. Together into the air fryer, hot again. Oh, yeah. So that's what people can use air fryers for, is reheating the grease on your fries. Nice. I love drawing the greasy cardboard too. That's my favorite thing for fast food. Nice. Seemed like an almost good idea. Better to think outside the box. Very good, very good. I keep forgetting to, just so I know that I've read that. I'll like everything. All right, so January 16th. All the fun with water balloons had taken a turn. All right, so now that a thumbtack was involved, the red and the blue balloon battle full and going down. Yeah, I like the image of just the little water draining out. So January 14th, he could only imagine the separation anxiety suffered by aluminum pull tabs. Who can remember aluminum pull tabs? Yeah, so it used to be, instead of that push tab where it caved it in, you actually just pulled the whole thing off. I think like some, fish tins and some, I think like maybe, beef stew in a can or chili in a can. Some of those still have pull rings where the whole top comes off. Good for camping. Blew out my flip top, stepped on my pop top. I'll get here. I haven't got a clue. You never know what you got until it's gone. Yeah. But those things ended up everywhere, because when I was a kid, like littering, there was a whole campaign to please stop throwing stuff on the ground. There was a lot of people just throwing crap everywhere. So cigarette butts, like the gutter of any street, no matter how suburban or, like a park or whatever, was just full of aluminum pull tabs and cigarette butts. Like it was just a constant thing. This is my attempt at a New Year's cartoon. So January 9th, 2025, the new year only being 25% different was concerning. I don't know. I was having some trouble, coming up with something that works. That's 25%. That is going to make a lot of difference. Come on, 2029. It's got to make a lot of a difference this year. Or numerically, it's less than 0.05%. Find some white out. It's neater. There we go. And January 7th. It had all been a confusing, bubbly blur. The champagne bottle and the cork. The cork had a Don Ho earworm while the bottle had a Lawrence Welk loop. Nice. He didn't want to keep his feelings bottled up. Oh, that's good. All right. And January 2nd. Did I draw it? I think I drew this on stream in... no, I don't remember. I think I did draw it on stream in December, though. Halfway through the miserable decade was far more than he could bear. All right, let's see what we got here. You and me both. Had a feeling we ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, no. We must keep on keeping on. And it's so far through the 21st century already. That burns me out. Yeah. That's insane. Yeah. We're a quarter through the 2000s. Like the whole century of 2000. That's insane. Not going to live to see 2021 or 2100. All right. And is that it? I think so. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah. Christmas. I think I went through Christmas, right? Yeah. Let's not do that now. All right. Oh, cool. We did it. going to make some JPEGs. Oh, good, good. I'm glad you liked the New Year one, dude. Yeah, water balloons. I loved water balloons as kids, trying to get them to burst when you wanted them to. Like sometimes like throwing a water balloon at somebody and it doesn't break is the stupidest thing ever. You gotta find that balance between or just get really cheap balloons. All right. So he wasn't sure. Okay, we got that. Look at me making JPEGs. Let's see. Put these. Yeah, I think we're all in the backing everything up to Dropbox now. Great. But it's good. Good to finally get back at it. Sorry it took so long. Just been a slow start to the year. All right. The rest of breakfast admired hot coffee's portability. Portable coffee. Oh, yeah, that would be great. A big thermos of weak coffee. Like American style weak coffee. Sounds great. Especially on a day like today. Okay, a glass of milk somehow made cold pizza into comfort food. All right. I know that this is what everybody loves. Making the JPEGs. I think they've changed the size requirements on the site. I guess it works fine, but I think I can make these much bigger and submit them, and then they'll get resized in the system. Peanut butter and jelly struggled for sandwich legitimacy. Oh yeah, I saw a thing on YouTube, some like historical cooking show. This guy likes to recreate recipes, and oops, D, not C. And he was saying that the peanut butter and jelly sandwich came from World War II, because peanut butter and jelly were put, maybe, yeah, but I think it definitely World War II. Were in the rations of the troops. So when they came back and they would end up combining those things, they would have jelly and they would have peanut butter, and they'd end up combining them, with the bread or crackers or whatever. So when they came back from the war, they wanted to recreate that. That was kind of their the weird happy memory of the war. Yeah, that was funny. Oh, so that became, yeah, and then it just became a lunch that a kid could make him or herself very easily, and then it just took off from there. But yeah, that was funny that it was a World War II thing. So much of what influenced the last century was. All right, so let me just pop these online and we are all set. So, yeah. Today's cartoon is going up. But I think I missed the upload, so it'll go up tomorrow. Yep. Wow, we did it. Very good, very good. Oh, yeah, it's to make a good jam from scratch. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that was something that was super common. Marmalades and jams and jellies, especially like my great-grandparents, like my great-grandmother always had a cellar full of that stuff. And sometimes if you would go into old houses in the basement, especially if they had the earthen floor, like they didn't have it's not a finished basement, it's just a dirt floor. On the foundation, rocks, they'd put shelves, and because it was cool in the cellar, but wouldn't freeze in the winter. All the cans of pickles and tomatoes and jams and jellies and stuff. Yeah, I remember that. But that tradition stopped, I think, with my parents' generation. I don't think anybody did it. maybe even my grandparents, that wasn't quite a thing because they were more suburban. Like you didn't really have a place to keep a lot of jars of stuff. And I still think though, because I remember for like when you do like charity things like bake sales and school, fun drives, somebody would like bring in like, oh, this is maybe very regional, but what's really good is apple butter. So not apple jelly, but apple butter, which is basically just everything except the core of an apple cooked down to just mush, and then seasoned with basically what you would season an apple pie with, like cinnamon and nutmeg and whatever the special ingredients, the spices of an apple pie are. That's really good on like toast and stuff. That's like a very, it's almost like a chunky apple cider kind of spread. But yeah, apple butter is really good. But they do make apple jelly too. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, and you kind of, yeah, that's right. You need some special ingredients and then to be able to seal the jars too, if you want to keep it. Because I think, it's worth making it a bigger quantity, right? So you want to be able to save everything. Yeah, it's funny. Well, cool. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's been nice to chat with you, dude. And Matt dropped in, and True Help was here, and we even got a hello. We got a what's up from a visitor. Oh wait, I'm not looking on the shared chat. Where is it? But yeah, appreciate everybody stopping by and catch up on all the cartooning nonsense. All right, where is it? Oh, I can't find the combined chat. There it is. They have a very undistinguishable. Everyone has like a blue circle. Facebook and everybody's just a freaking blue and white. Nice, but yeah, appreciate everybody showing up. Yeah, I know it's late. I gotta start late. But yeah, we'll do the, if you're watching this on the Upturned Table channel, we'll be doing the weekly this week again. And yeah, everything should be good. Oh, Quark. Oh, nice. Nice. Good to see you, Quark. Now back to work. Sorry, I didn't. This combined chat is much nicer, but it doesn't always work. Hey, Abyss! No way, Abyss pops in there. Nice to see ya. Yes, hi and bye. So the dude's gonna be haunted by the spray bottle and the ice cream. Yeah, good to see everybody. So yeah, Friday it's our Friday, your Thursday night if you're in North America for the weekly. And yeah, we'll have to figure out what we're doing this weekend. I think we might have some sick players, so we might figure out what to do with the our usual actual play time on Friday night. So thank you everyone for watching, and thank you for people that are supporting this channel, both channels. That was much appreciated, and it's good. We can do a little streaming on a channel that actually has an audience. So take care, everyone, and we'll be back again soon. So probably sooner rather than later, because February is short and we're almost in it. So I'll be back in a few weeks, and we'll do some more cartooning. And hopefully, yeah, I've got some, I want to do some more work on the Citizen Spaceman cartoon comic book story. So I've got an ending for it now. So I've got something to work toward, which is kind of odd. But we'll do that. And yeah, take care, everyone. See you again soon. Goodbye.